This week on Gaming Dudes Podcast.
Morning, Harley. Time to fight some aliens and save the Flash's shiny red butt.
Red butt? Oh my... What the frick? What is with this voice direction?
Time to fight some aliens and save the Flash's shiny red butt.
Shiny red butt?
She does sound challenged.
Hell you say, Harley!
Oh!
New intel. Melee
Hell you say, Harley!
Got it?
Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Oh.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Gaming Dudes Podcast. I'm Bren.
I am Spidey.
It's been just a week.
Yeah, we've been working on...
You remember why we didn't do it last week?
We were working on... Well, we had a bunch of stuff happen, like personal things, in terms of, like... I'm saying the weekend we didn't end up doing it because of that.
The weekend we were busy.
Like the beginning...
Friday, we had another project we're working on.
Oh yeah, that also. We were working on some things.
This week we had a funeral. We've just been busy, but we're here. And we're never going to leave you boys, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're still here. I will say interesting developments happened for me. A lot of the projects I've been working on have been falling apart, so this is just kind of a beginning update thing. So I'm still...
How projects go, I feel like.
I feel like I'm going to research them and like still try to continue with this, but it's going to take a lot of it's going to take a lot of setup for what I'm doing. But other than that, I got some things to talk about. I saw some gameplay for Indiana Jones. So
Indiana Jones going to everything or just Xbox?
Oh, everything. It's all over the place.
Supposed to be for just Xbox?
Or will it be? Or will it be? Let me look that up. Now you got me curious. I'd assume it's for...
You have two monitors?
No, I have a drawing tablet I could use, but I'd have to set that up.
I could... Here, let me just... Because if you don't have two... I don't want to mess up the shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? Oh, we could react to Indiana Jones stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any gameplay that
Yep,
came out?
there's a trailer. I would like you to
you
see
look
the
this
trailer.
up. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you look. What do I don't know what I'm talking about. Then look it up. I
All right,
don't know what I'm talking.
Let's just say Bren was correct. I should have had a second monitor. All right, so Indiana Jones.
This week the trend is not wake up until 3 p.m.
Alright, so I'm going to get all this stuff set up.
Okay, shout out like hey.
Nice. Here we go.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game,
Dr. Jones.
I was playing you.
What the heck?
You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Why does it look so not so... Does it look weird graphically?
It does look weird. It's a little bit like they're going for
myths.
It's a first-person game, apparently.
History. Just different
dude,
ways
this
to
is
interpret the
freaking
past.
cool.
I agree. It's an interesting style.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and
I
beliefs.
will say the voice for Indiana
Scattered
Jones
and
is
buried.
hilarious.
That Harrison Ford?
Just waiting
It's the guy who was Telltale
to be
Batman,
found.
Troy Baker.
That was like so much like
just
Harrison Ford.
run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me. Throughout history,
First person Uncharted.
Which
Mankind has built
hey,
sites of
sign me up.
great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before.
Interesting choice of being first person.
It
Oh,
ain't
I
a walk in
agree.
the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Keep up. Oh, dude.
This is the most over-the-top.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Circulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
Yep. So that was the.
So it's Xbox, Steam. So it's Xbox and Steam.
Yeah, I'm sure
see
they'll
an Xbox.
probably. But what I wanted to say was that was what I wanted to show you. That's the game. I'm with you, where it's like, it looks cool, but it's the choice of first person is like,
Interesting.
it's
I
not,
don't know if I like that.
it's not awful. Like, it's not awful. I get you want to, well, they probably want to differentiate themselves a little
Also,
bit.
graphically, it looked like it was a beta.
It was probably some early,
Okay.
because trailers are usually
I hope
early.
so.
Well, remember with Halo Infinite, texture popping. I remember that was like what everyone was talking about.
But if that's an early trailer, then I won't say anything else. But
Oh,
if that's supposed to be
guaranteed
like
that's
pretty
early.
finalized, that looks.
It's probably early trailer. They always do that. They never show
Some
the
scenes
finished.
looked better. Some scenes were like.
Yeah, they're cutting between builds clearly. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do. It's
I mean, it looks fun. I mean,
mean-
any kind of treasure hunting game. Any kind of treasure hunting game where it's like based in like now, like more modern times. Big fan.
Plus, if it was a copy of Uncharted, it'd be kind of like, why not? Like you said before, off podcast, why wouldn't we just go play Uncharted? But with this, like, at least they're doing something different. Like, gameplay-wise, they're not trying to copy.
Yeah.
It looks lower budget than Uncharted does. I will honestly...
Yeah, I mean, if it's an early build, I won't say too much, but...
That's what I'm assuming it is, because companies don't
Maybe.
typically show off. Now, if you're talking Nintendo, their early build is their game. With Scarlet and Violet in terms of the... I don't care about graphics that much, but it is funny how they, like... Or, like, they kind of lowballed, where they're like...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of lowballed people. But what I wanted to say, I also have the next part, which is, so coincidentally, this is a very similar situation to when Dead Space came out. The Dead Space remake. So this game's going to be coming out. This Indiana Jones game. People have found in the new Last of Us remake files that relate to Uncharted 1. A possible remake of it. And I'm thinking in my head, so Naughty Dog is going to release Uncharted 1 at the same time that this comes out to compete. A full remake.
Okay.
And I'm thinking in my mind...
When you say remake, it's just like better graphics?
I'm assuming they're going to do a reimagining where it's fully different in a lot of ways. It's completely different. I mean, that's Sony. That's Sony's style. They don't just do...
It's completely different? That's dope.
Now, that's where I'm concerned, though. Because remember who our writer is. The guy who wrote Uncharted 4. So if they touch that's where I'm like, if they
When you say reimagining, you mean like reboot.
It could end up, they're like reboots.
Not a reboot as in like they keep the story going, they just do a new Uncharted.
Well, it's like Dead Space. The Dead Space remake added in a ton of stuff that was not there. There
so
was
it's the
so
same
much,
thing.
but there was so much like story added in and so much context. completely different. It made Isaac an actual character. In the beginning of that, he was a silent main character. He didn't have any dialogue. He didn't have any personality.
It'll still be Nathan Drake. It'll just be totally different.
Yes. I'm assuming it'll be a reboot, knowing Sony. In my opinion, that's what
that would be sick. I would be fully down.
They're going back to the first island, but with a completely different story.
This code we found.
This was model files, like actual model files. They haven't seen the models themselves, but they're references to models in the code. Why would you put an Uncharted 1 model in a remake, Uncharted 1 model in a remake of Last of Us? That makes no sense at all. So, in my opinion, judging by this...
It was an Easter egg.
But they were never used in-game, though. So...
Why? It's just been a placeholder?
No, because why would you go to that much effort to remake an Uncharted model?
Oh, it's remade. It's not the same one.
I'm assuming it's remade, because why would you port a model of a character from your first game? That seems like it'd be kind of finicky at best.
From your first game, that's
yeah,
true.
It's not like it looks great. I love it, but it would look so freaking like not look. It would function completely differently. Like it wouldn't even work as a base.
Speculation is fully redone.
That's what I'm thinking.
Third one.
Because think about it. They're releasing Indiana Jones. Most people's minds are going to go directly to Uncharted. Not everyone is going to be like, dude, Indiana Jones.
I'm going to be comparing it to Uncharted 100%.
Yep, everyone is going to be like...
Already, more and more I'm thinking about it, the more and more I don't really like it.
Mm-hmm. When I look at Indiana Jones, it's like the first 3 games
Just give it an Indiana Jones game. It's even if you it's similar to Uncharted mechanics, and it would be incredible.
Yeah, it's like we're asking for it to be similar, but we're also not asking.
Like if you give us like a Batman, like if you use Arkham mechanics and make like a Superman game, it'd be like this is sick.
And then just like add all those crazy powers and stuff, where he's like shooting his lasers and that would be the best thing.
But I'm
ever.
saying like because you could. That's what I'm saying. It's like because you could use a whip in Uncharted, can't you? Isn't there a push where you use a whip in Uncharted?
Maybe for like
not a long time.
Not long.
Because you can like whip onto things and like swing.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Uncharted 4 has the grapple. Whoosh.
Yeah, so they kind of like
they copied. Yeah, they already had. Which I will say, I mean, that's been done. I mean, you could say it's a copy of Spider-Man 2.
To me, Nathan Drake's just a better Indiana Jones anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem where it's like you run into an issue where here's what I want them to do if they're going to do this game. Reinvent Indiana Jones. Like, reinvent him in a more modern setting. Like, reinvent his...
Don't do Harrison Ford. Just do a new, like a reboot in a gaming
version. Like James Bond is doing. James Bond isn't going for, like, Daniel Craig or any of that. They're trying to make a game that's about
another game?
Yeah. It's been under development for years. But I'm happy, personally, because that means that they...
I love James Bond.
That means that they are doing a good job, because they're taking years to finish it.
Yeah. Better be.
Yeah, or else they have nothing to show for it, which that would be really embarrassing. That would be embarrassing. But with this, it's like you have the potential to be really good. You know, I love Harrison Ford. I love Indiana Jones, you know. But I do agree with you. He is a stepping stone to what Nathan Drake was. Nathan Drake was, like, amped up Uncharted. Amped up Indiana Jones, and, like... The characters, the side characters were way better than Indiana Jones' side characters, like Sully.
It's like, how are you gonna say?
Half the villains are better than Indiana Jones' villains. You know, you got you got Roman and Navarro, they're the first 2. Then you have Lazarevich, he's like the mercenary guy in the second one. And then you have Marlowe and Talbot, my personal favorite villains, you know, the ones from 3. The chick who's like beating Nathan as a child, like she's like gonna kill him. I'm like, oh, these villains are great. And I'm like, how do you top this? How do you top something that's cornered the market? It's literally...
No, dude.
Like, what do they do? Do they I love his personality. They're very similar. But Drake's a bit more cooler in a way. Like the cool factor on Drake is more there. Like he's much more like athletic. He does much more like crazy things. I know he's a video game character, so that kind of helps, but he also has more interesting relationships. I mean, all Indiana Jones has is a couple girls and like one dad character who appears in one movie. So you run the risk of having to, you don't have anything there. Like every Indiana Jones movie you could just watch separately. You know, you could just watch them separately and you don't have to watch the other ones to get to know the characters. Uncharted, you actually have to play the previous games to understand what the frick is going on. Who the heck is Sully? Who the heck is Nathan? Why is he doing this? You know, what... what is Francis Drake? How does Francis Drake figure into this? But with Indiana Jones, it's like James Bond. It's so disconnected that it's almost like, okay, we're doing this, and then we're doing this, and then... That's where they run the risk of having some challenges if they don't establish characters in this world. Like actual characters, not just like, oh, it's Indy, and then in the next game he meets some other random people. Like that's just kind of stupid. But that's my preamble on this, is the fact that, you know, they got a difficult time of coming. I like that Bethesda's behind it, but I also am like, is that why they went first person? Because that's their shtick, you know? Because I saw him in third person, you know, when he's whipping down and like going down that thing. Is it a third person and first person like game? Like, can you switch between the two views? Like, if it's just first person, then we have a problem.
I think this third person it's just first person, but there will be scenes where you're like, if you're doing like a whip thing and you're swinging, it'll be third person. I think the times where you need the camera to be third person, it'll be third person, but most of the time it looked like almost all of it was first person.
It looked kind of clunky. I'll agree with you. It looks clunky. Like the animations are clunky.
Like, it could be, you know, early with that, with like the animations being
like, it's like, remember, he does like that whip and that punch, and it looks cool, but it's also really like slow. And
so it's like, I'm assuming, when did it say it comes out?
Yeah, I'll look it up, because I love how we probably saw it right there, and we both just like...
I was more so looking at like what it was.
It just says 2024 initial year. Every game does that, where it doesn't show freaking like a real date. It's like, okay.
Rainad with his game,
which I don't blame him.
To come out this year,
because it's like freaking hard.
He said that last year, and he said that the year before.
It's freaking hard, like really hard.
Yeah, but he's got like a whole team.
That's true. He has a whole team, which it's like...
His last update was like, there's going to be a closed beta soon. And
he's just like, nah.
I've been waiting forever to play his game. Literally forever. Like, since he announced it, unimaginably amounts of long time ago. Like 5-6 years ago, maybe more. Like so long ago.
Same here with me on Project 007. They're still not releasing it. They announced it. Years ago, they announced it. Everyone was talking about it.
I get worried because I'm like...
Is the game
AAA
dead?
games, like, be interested in James Bond if it could.
Yeah, people love James Bond.
Or like, Rainad, who's making a AAA game, like, kind of, from his own studio, it's like... When the hype dies, it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's...
You're kind of,
It's an unfortunate... circumstance. We don't know. Yeah, that's how it is with indie games. The problem is when you have like a small team working on it. I mean, I'm sure he has a team, but I doubt it's like the size of like AAA studios. Those guys are like a freaking, you know, whole continent-sized team.
I'm trying to think of...
How big is the team?
I don't know how big. It's a pretty good-sized team, I believe.
Because that's really how it all depends. Like, it all depends on that.
logos you can download. I don't know why I would want to do that. How is this press? Like, where is like the announcements? This is what I'm saying. It's like their website is basically just like, oh yeah, nothing. It just like tells you what the game is, but there's no like news.
Yeah,
on the website.
There's nothing useful to actually
Yeah,
garner.
he updates us by like YouTube videos he randomly posts.
Which, you know, when you're doing that, it's kind of like, has he shown gameplay or? I hope.
Yeah, there was
Okay,
he showed us gameplay forever ago.
That's good. You know, at least there's something.
But he said it was basically the same. So at the end of 2023, he made like an update, basically saying like the closed beta coming out this year. So this year we should be playing it.
Well, let's hope so. Isn't he like going out? Isn't he like kind of trying to do what Hearthstone did in a way? It's just like a card game.
Yeah, like I can show you.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see.
So I mean, is there anything more you want to talk about with it?
Well, I guess the way I wanted to sum it up was
we can do this.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was it's like basically they could only lose in a way because they're going against a game series that's beloved.
You're talking about Uncharted, and I'm thinking about how it's just making that look worse and worse.
You're like, oh, this is just a licensed game. See,
the more we're talking about it, I'm like, that first person looked terrible.
It did.
The game is going to be compared to Uncharted, which is there's no way it's better than Uncharted. There's just no way.
And this may not sound like an apt comparison.
You could pick any Uncharted. It won't be better than any of them.
No, even 4.
Four, probably not even 4. But
I'm saying combat-wise.
That's bad.
Yeah, no, that is bad. It is a bad game. I firmly agree with you. I did not. There were points. So I like difficult firefights, but 4 had like just clunkily designed firefights. Like they weren't designed in a way that was fun or interesting. They had like a stealth mechanic that was kind of cool, but I was like, okay, the second you're spotted, you can just run into another like plane of grass and they forget where you are? What? This is an Assassin's Creed. Like, I think they...
Maybe want to end it. Maybe want like that freaking faux open world section. Maybe want to end it all.
I remember.
I know we've talked about it and said it, but it's one of the worst segments in a video game I think I've ever played.
We never went into detail.
It's got to be like top 7.
I think the reason why it's so bad is because there's nothing. There's nothing there to give you any direction. No
direction. Not really that big, but too big to be in an Uncharted game.
Yeah, it's like, dude, this isn't...
Funky, stupid game mechanics.
Yeah, it was terrible. Same with that stupid boat one. The boat level where you just drive into islands. What I liked about Uncharted is that you got to the point fast, and that you're just sitting here listening to filler dialogue. And the dialogue's great, they're talking about, Hector Alcazar, they're talking about this, like, guy who could be real, but he's not. And I'm like, you're telling me this mobster-like guy isn't real? This drug cartel fellow, he's not the villain of the game? Yeah. What? It's just a lie? Like, this is stupid. Yeah. It's not even a cool twist.
Bro.
I actually liked his character. I was like, wait, this guy's fake? Yeah. This guy's fake? He's a drug lord. This is awesome. I know. This fits Uncharted.
Like, nope, not real.
This is phenomenal. This is great. I'm so interested. It gives Sam this kind of edge. Like, I almost wanted Sam to be the villain, I wanted him to be the villain. Like, actually the villain. He is, but...
He is.
I mean,
not
like,
good.
Legitimately, like, trying to kill him. And that's what the original script was. Amy's script was that. Sam was the villain. He was the anti-Drake. He was a bad guy. And they end up fighting at the end, and I'm pretty sure Sam gets... He's not a good guy. That's way more intense and way cooler than him just being like, hey, bro, I'm just your deadbeat brother who uses you. But all I'm trying to say with this is they may be able to top Uncharted 4. I mean, that's not like the worst parameter, but the problem is you have the trilogy of 1, 2, and 3. All those games, especially 3. I feel like 3 in terms of like, you know, the set pieces and the story and the combat was at its height. You know, the story was at its height. The characters were at their height. 1 I like a lot because of the mystery. That's why I like the first Uncharted. But 3 is like, how do you top Uncharted 3? How do you top any of those Uncharteds? What are they going to do? A first-person game? Like, who in their mind thought that was a good idea?
Agree.
It's like, I get that.
Like it's a bad idea.
And it's because
more and more I'm hearing it. At first, I was like, kind of cool. And then I was watching it play. I'm like, kind of cool. And now we're talking about Uncharted. I'm like, this is bad.
If it had the parkour of Dying Light, you know, the movement where it's like very smooth and like, I feel like that game had a very smooth, like, first-person system.
Yes.
If it did, I'd be like, okay, this is less offensive.
Yeah.
This is less offensive to me. You know, they put time into it. And that was an indie studio,
Still, though.
No, they have an uphill battle. This is going to be probably going to be a disaster. It makes me sad because I love Indiana Jones and I'd like to see him be in something good for once, you know, because his movies recently have been, especially the latest one I've heard has been one of the worst, like, to ever grace the screen. From, like, every person I've known, they're like, dude.
What is it?
The new one, the Indiana Jones movie. The Indiana Jones 5, it was so bad. It was so bad.
I haven't.
I like everybody I've talked to, everyone I've watched has been like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, this is so bad. Why is Shia LaBeouf not in this? Some people were like that. Why is he not? I know why he's not, but I'm saying some people still ask that question. But it's like, you kind of have a disaster. That, like, can we make indie get something good for once? Like, something cool? Besides the Lego games I played. That was fun. Those were fun, I'll say. Even if they're, like, really...
They're fun.
Really simplistic and not...
I mean, it could be okay. I don't know. I just doubt it.
Yeah, well, because they're against the top dog of, like, adventure games. They're against the biggest company out there. Like, they're against Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog is insane. You know, they made frickin' Jak and Daxter. They made frickin' Crash Bandicoot. Uncharted. Like, they've... dozens of amazing games. And Bethesda, all Bethesda has done, you know, they're working on the game as well. All they've done is frickin' Bethesda games, and I love those, but that's not Uncharted. Uncharted is a linear experience. Like, it's a linear, and if this is a linear game, and it's first person, it's weird. Like, is this supposed to be, like, what is this?
Dude, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have high hopes for it.
Me either.
I'll try it.
Same. I'll try it just to laugh. Like, if it's bad, it'd be funny to at least talk about.
Anyway,
but yeah, that's really all I wanted to do to summarize the Uncharted Last of Us, not Last of Us, Indiana Jones thing. Yeah,
there's a couple things I want to talk about too with the Xbox. Apparently, everything we thought was true. So far, there's going to be 4 big name Xbox only titles that are going to be going to PlayStation and the Switch. They also seem like they're pushing towards PC being like a huge, which and what we predicted.
Yeah, we predicted it since the beginning of the show, like since 3 years ago. So,
yep.
Basically, and which I think is funny. Like I said, didn't you say that they're like being way outsold? Like PlayStation is kicking their
that's what I was gonna
can,
say. PlayStation is selling 3 consoles to Xbox's 1.
So they're being destroyed.
Sony's selling 3 consoles when Xbox sells 1. Every 1 console, Sony's selling 3.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of anticipated it because
I do think a lot of it is because the physical disc.
Yeah, the disc crowd.
Sony.
So they're just going like, let's just go all digital with the Xbox.
Correct.
Yeah, they're
I don't know if they said that. Did they say that? I can't remember.
that would be funny if they did. If they actually did, that would just tick off the gamers who are like, dude, where's my copy? Where's my physical copy? Which I used to be one of those guys, but I don't care anymore. I seriously could care less. Doesn't matter to me whether the game's on the frickin' hard drive or it's on the disc. I'd rather have it, digital.
I'm gonna show. That was one thing with that. So, news we kind of expected. Basically, what we predicted is pretty much accurate.
Oh gosh,
this was 2 years ago, by the way. So this is like what the game looked like 2 years ago.
He's got some.
Again, this is the default for Jules. She's the chef character in the game.
I don't care if we talk over him.
Cool.
He's got such a long. Why does he have such long hair?
He's had long hair for a while.
Like what? He's like a hippie. Huh.
Choosing between.
Incredible laugh.
This is basically the game.
Let me know if the background audio.
It's a strategy card game, but it's like the cards aren't. Cards are like
my voice
based on the class, and
I felt like in
weapons,
some of the last streams I
to
did it was a
enhance
little
your
quiet, so I figured today I'd kind of keep it up.
So it's so
this
it's
is
not
the
like
bizarre.
Hearthstone.
Right
It's
now I'm
more,
using the pirate board.
Would you say it's more
and
strategical?
I'm basically choosing between a bunch of
I don't
different
know.
encounters to figure out where to
Probably.
go. And then as I
mean, if
go
you got
on my
just
adventure,
really
I buy
different.
some cards.
Which is good.
I get stronger. And
like it's more about your
when I
like
feel
power
like fighting an
strategizing your
opponent-
character, not so much.
Not so much about randomly rolling.
It's like
buying
draft
packs.
every time. So it's like you each round. It's
when I feel like fighting an opponent, I can just kind of pick one, and it automatically starts a fight where you don't really have to do anything. So fully automated. Your cards all they have cooldowns. They do stuff.
I will say I dig the
automatically.
cooldown. Like
My build is.
I know that's a simple thing to comment.
I don't know.
about,
I guess
but like
strength based. I got this skill which,
on the card. The cooldowns
gives me a little bit of extra strength. Strength basically means my weapons are stronger, so I'm kind of incentivized to get a bunch of small ones and do a bunch of damage quickly.
I'm also loving the design. Like the UI looks beautiful.
This is 2 years ago. So think of how nice it looks now.
Probably even better.
I'll just keep fighting some
So
mosquitoes.
it's gonna
and
be
stuff.
like Clash of Clans, right? Where it's like Clash of Clans
Yeah,
is
this
online.
is,
It's an
this is my game. This
asynchronous,
is what I've been working on.
asynchronous multiplayer. Like this is gonna be similar.
It
Where
is
it's like
not
you're in a pool
PvE
of players,
only.
but they don't have to be online for you to play them.
PvPB.
So you can
They
fight
can fight a
them.
Clash
what it
base.
is.
You
if
can fight
you're
a Clash
going
base
to
without them being on.
So you're
try
basically fighting
to
their
slap
like
labels on it that
version
aren't
of them.
particularly useful.
Like maybe earlier that week,
That's kind of
That's what
cool,
people
actually.
do.
like ranked, but it's like so you're going against each other, but
Hmm.
you could like get up and go take a pee, and it doesn't like.
So we can
it's a
go and
multiplayer
fight
game
more
that you're not,
stuff,
like,
or we can go
there's
to
no time
Hattie.
constraints.
Which I think is cool. I think that's an
Yeah.
interesting concept.
I know
And
what
it's like
Hattie
you're all
does.
kind of versus
He's
each
just
other, but
not.
not versus each other.
He's not the
Version
best
of,
for us
like,
right now.
my
I kind of want
build
to fill
with
up
my
our board
character
and get a
with
bunch
my
of
names.
items. If you guys
Pop
take a
up
look at
and
this
somebody else's
clock over here
run,
on the left,
and
this
we
kind
are
of breaks
versing each
down
other.
what the cycle of a day looks like. So
You don't have
basically,
to
I jump into a
be playing
game,
all at once.
and I'm on this
No,
adventure
that makes
through the
sense.
bazaar.
It's like
I'm
Clash.
going to these
If I fight a
different
Clash
encounters and
base,
drafting
that person
cards
doesn't have
and
to be
fighting
online for you to
monsters.
fight their Clash base.
No.
And I only have a certain amount of encounters that I run into.
Like that,
So
basically.
there's 8 little circles here around the clock, which basically means there's 8 different encounters during the day. So it's really important to kind of make the most of them. Try to build the strongest character you can, and pick up the strongest cards that you can. So I'll
Pig's Gym.
Hmm.
What the heck?
pretty interested in buying
It's a
Pig's Gym. It's a pretty good card,
Obviously, the placeholder, yeah.
but I also want to heal up first, so I'll do that. Yeah, this is fine. So you can tell it's not just about what cards I have and what they do, even though they do synergize in different ways. There's also player stats down here, which kind of affect my items differently. So since I got the boots, I have 20 speed, as long as I have them. 20 speed means my stuff charges faster. So, but yeah, now that we're at the end of the day, now that we've finished the 8-player encounters, now I pick another opponent to fight against. So these are other players, different ranks. I don't know if we'll allow you to punch down. Like, I think right now my account is gold ranked. This one, this account is. So we can fight another gold player, or we can go up to diamond, or we can like fight down to silver. But
so you can fight any rank.
I'm a Chad, so we always punch up.
I'm a Chad.
But it doesn't always go well. We'll see.
I'm a Chad.
This isn't.
What happens when both you and the opponent reach their cooldown together and both of you are one shot? Who wins then? The items also have hidden cast times, mostly uniform, but there's a couple exceptions.
Basically, that's the game.
A bunch of max health, but you get some strength. So I'm going to be kind of glass cannon-y. Slingshot, because my little items are going away.
So way different from
yeah,
from her.
It is. It's like a strategy game. There's like cards, but it's like nothing like anything we've seen really.
No, not at all.
That was 2 years ago. That's like a playable.
Yep, he's got an actual playable game. Honestly, I envy the man, but he does have a full team. So,
but that was playable and
What did you say?
Well, I mean, my nose isn't. I said my nose looks huge.
It's probably the light extension. I mean, mine doesn't look small.
Oh, it's not like it grew, but it's like I think I'm just noticing it more because
it's going. You have like lights directly shining in your face.
Anyway, yeah. So it's basically like.
Does he have like purchasable card packs or anything?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, you saw it. It's different in a way, but like I said, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
dude. Why is it taking so long to get the beta out?
I know, dude.
But clearly, they just want it to be really, really good.
And you know what?
I respect it. I really do.
For once,
like, at the same time, it's like, dude, hopefully the hype doesn't like.
Oh, agreed. But it sucks to see if the hype dies down. But I will say, if it's a polished product, I mean. It's a double-edged sword where it's like you can have a game come out and be like huge, and then it's like horrible. Huge. You gotta be huge, or you can have it be small and just have it, just go. But it also is really balanced, and some people may come in. There may be who knows what's gonna happen.
The hype will probably be fine. I mean. New games these days, there's so much crap that like the game's good. It's attention.
It doesn't have to be like.
I feel like indie games are becoming like way more. Yes. People love it, like them way more than with the crap we're getting from. It's a game that just came out that just flopped. I was just hearing about. What is it called? Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
Flopped.
Dude.
Flopped.
Dude. I noticed the story spoilers too. I haven't looked into it. Oh my god.
It's supposed to be like a live service game where people are like continuously coming back. They're supposed to be continuously coming back.
Nobody cares.
Waiting for live comment. Like the player count for Steam is unbelievable already.
Especially for a game like this, for like a DC co-op game. And we predicted this. We predicted this, remember? It's like the Avengers game. They said they promised something and then it died.
So its peak was 13,000, which is not good.
No.
Its players right now, 817.
So,
like 20 days ago.
Yeah. Basically everyone hates it. Literally, dude. I've looked at people talking about it. Everybody hates it. Everybody hates it. They think it's a stupid idea. And I think it was just first off,
say the gameplay loop's boring. People say the story's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. Seriously, I've looked into it. Rocksteady.
There's not much to do. Supposedly we're supposed to be getting like a DLC next month for it already or something?
How did Rocksteady do so bad?
Rocksteady made it?
Yes, Arkham Company. Rocksteady was like, let's do a live service game.
No way. The people who made Arkham made this game.
It's Rocksteady. I'm going to look up to see if it's the same people who actually...
It is.
I actually want to look up and see if it's the same team.
Oh.
Because if this is the same team, you know, because they may have hired off some people, then...
That is not good. That is interesting. I did not know that.
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of the same names, so it is the same team. It is the same team of people from the other games, and I'm thinking in my head, what? Like, first off, if you want me to be honest, did they not see Avengers? Did they not see the Avengers game? Like, that game died so fast, you know? That game didn't even stand a chance. It was dead on arrival. It looked like, I was like, oh, the trailer looks kind of cool. You know, I'm excited. And then guess what? They freaking made it horrible. It was horrible. It was bad. It was unbelievably bad. Because it was just like, here's what they should have done. Here's what they should have done. How about you just let me connect privately with my brother? You know, on a little private connection between us. You know, like a little LAN connection. If we want to play together, don't force us to use freaking servers that are garbage. Let us just use our own. Just let us make our own.
Imagine that player count. Imagine having that player count. AAA game.
No, it's horrible. Well, dude,
like, oh,
they picked a property. They picked Suicide Squad. And, you know,
I think Suicide Squad's sick.
They're cool, but I'm saying it's like they picked them. And then it was like...
These games just aren't cutting it. Gotham Knights, this stuff is just not hitting.
How many fell? Avengers fell. Gotham Knights fell. Freaking Suicide Squad fell. When will it get in their head that this idea doesn't work? It doesn't work, dude. They've done it 100 times. Everybody's done it. Every superhero company has done it. It didn't work. The only time it sort of worked was DC Universe Online. But that was back in 2013. So that game's probably dead as a freaking like doornail.
I've played it. DC Universe was fun.
So at least, well, it was because it was a DC themed.
It was like free to play.
The MMO was a DC themed MMO. It wasn't like a.
It was cool because you make your own hero.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were playing as the same character.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
you make your own suit. You make your own powers. Like, it's really cool.
And it wasn't like this. It wasn't connected to any universe. It wasn't connected to Arkham at all. Like, they tried to sell it as an Arkham game. I'm like, dude, this isn't an Arkham game. It wouldn't have... don't even compare these two. Arkham is a phenomenal series. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Rocksteady. Leave it alone. You ended it in one last game. Unless you're going to do Origins 2, give it up. Stop. Like, seriously, stop. Stop trying to make... You know what they did? I guarantee they did this. They slapped Arkham on it. They were like, oh, this game won't sell at all. Let's just slap the Arkham name on it. Like the branding.
I agree.
And it still sucked. Nobody still cared about it, even when they tried to do the cheap thing. So, good job. Good job, Rocksteady. Good job.
I did not know they made that.
Yep.
That is...
I expected
Did they make
better.
Gotham Knights?
No, they didn't. It was another team. It was Warner Media or something like that.
Dude, that is sad, bro.
Well, I think a lot of people have been speculating. I'm not going to say this is everything. There was some executive meddling. There was some executive meddling with this game. Something behind the scenes. Like, who knows if they intended this to be a live service game? I'm saying, who knows if they intended this to be an online game? Because you remember Guardians, right? They did the team dynamic perfectly in that Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Very cool, yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. I need to play it again. I keep forgetting it exists, but it's actually a phenomenal freaking game. That's probably the next game I'm going to beat is freaking Guardians of the Galaxy. But I bring that up as an example because they understood that this game would not work anywhere else. It would not work as an MMO. It would not work because it's so... If you want to have people playing as heroes in an MMO, let us play as every hero. Like, if I want to play as Spider-Man, let me play as Spider-Man. If I want to play as, on Marvel, if I want to play as any Marvel character, I should be able to play with them with their own story. Like, if I want to go X-Men, I can go, oh, this is a little X-Men storyline, or, oh, this is an Avengers storyline, or, oh, this is just a Spider-Man storyline. Like, you can do an MMO with those characters. I just feel like you have to have a lot of them there. And you also have to have it work well.
Dude, I agree. Still, though,
they suck.
It's trash.
Yep. They sucked. They screwed up Avengers. They screwed up, like I said, give up this live service stuff with that because they can't do it. They clearly can't do it. None of these companies can. They should look at Fortnite. They should look at that game and be like, hey, why don't we copy some of the stuff that's doing with skins and stuff and events?
Make a live service game. Just make a really good... Because now your live service game is like, unless your DLC that comes out is like,
oh yeah,
god tier, better than your core game,
it's no one cares.
Dead. You have to have a miraculous DLC, and I mean miraculous. It's over.
No, and most DLC 4 games. Well, you know what's funny? Rocksteady never had a good time with DLC either. They've never done good with DLC, in my opinion. The only time they did good, well, that wasn't even Rocksteady. The people who made Arkham Origins, because Rocksteady did not make Arkham Origins, believe it or not. But those people, WB, they actually made an amazing DLC that adapted Mr. Freeze's whole origin story. And, it was...
That's cool.
Very similar to the animated series, and it was completely different from the main game. You had different mechanics and a different suit that looked really cool. But all Rocksteady does is make a stupid thing where like you play as Robin for like about an hour, and then you save Batman. That's their DLC. That's it. That's for Arkham City.
Thanks.
It's not that cool. Now I will say Arkham Knight was cool. The DLCs were all really short, but they gave you little snippets as to what the characters were doing. So you'd play as Red Hood or like Nightwing or Robin or freaking Harley or any of those characters. You could play as any of those characters and you'd like know what was going on after Arkham Knight. So they kind of gave you little they're like epilogues to the story. They wrap up the characters. Like at least they had enough respect to do that. Every other DLC for Arkham has been butt. That's just my honest opinion. It's all bad. Don't buy it. Don't buy the DLC for any of the Arkham games. If they're bundled in, maybe you play them, but you'll still be like, well, that was a waste of time. That was a waste of an hour. So I get to play as Bald Robin, the one who shaved his freaking hair off. Arkham Robin has no hair. He's like buzz cut, and he's like a
yeah.
He's like a steroid junkie. He looks like a steroid junkie. He's huge. He's like whoosh, whoosh. And he's got like this little hood he pulls up. Like he's trying to be like an assassin or something. And I like hoods, but he does not pull it off. He's got like a Red Robin outfit. Red Robin. He looks cool, but they failed at adapting it. It's so bad. And then Nightwing looks super cool, and guess what happens to Nightwing? He gets captured by Penguin in Arkham Knight. He gets captured by Penguin. Disrespect, man. The disrespect to my man. Disrespect.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them, dude.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Rockstar, like the guys who made GTA made.
Yeah,
I was like, they messed up that bad?
No, they made Red Dead Redemption Online, which people love that, and GTA Online.
I played Red Dead Redemption Online, and it was sick.
Yeah, I've heard people say it's like the main game. Like they didn't just like make a whole new game; they actually made it like the game. Which is like
it is like you're playing with a bunch of other random cowboys playing the game.
Which is annoying to me when other games, they just don't have the gameplay of the game that they're spinning off of.
Saying about
Red Dead.
Dude, I'm really disappointed that that's Rocksteady.
Yep, it's Rocksteady.
Really disappointed.
It's Rocksteady.
I'm very disappointed.
They have no idea.
Does it have a 9 out of 10 on Steam?
It's probably... The troll reviews guaranteed. It has to be.
Short of expectations.
It has to be. They only have like...
Oh, even that's WB said that.
Ah. So WB basically complimented their own
Warner
game.
Bros. Officially said that.
Yeah, so they complimented their own game. Like, hey, Rocksteady, it was a great game. Good job, guys. Because they own Rocksteady.
They're saying it's bad. They're saying it's bad.
Oh, they're like, wow, this is
Racing
terrible.
Dude,
They actually didn't like it? What? What? Yeah.
this is what they said about it themselves.
One of our key releases.
Suicide Squad, one of our key new game releases, 24 has fallen short of our expectations.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What were they thinking?
Rocksteady's squad-based shooter launched on February 2nd, 2024. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
According to the gameplay didn't even look fun.
No, it looked horrible.
Discovery Chief Financial.
Dude, look at his last name.
Wiedenfels.
Gunnar Wiedenfels.
Struggled to build sales momentum. Even in sales. One of our key video games has fallen short of our expectations since its release earlier in the quarter, setting our games business up for a tough year-over-year comp in quarter one.
Quarter one, too. So first year of the game. It's horrible. Big surprise.
This caused villain troubles were well documented, as noted by Bloomberg. The title was originally slated to release in 2022.
Yeah, it was. I remember we heard the release.
And it was delayed, then delayed again, and it delayed again after gameplay showcase was met with criticism.
I mean, it didn't look that good.
So the game revenues increased meaningfully to the continuing performance of Hogwarts Legacy.
So Hogwarts Legacy is still conquering the gaming landscapes.
That is not great, dude. Not great.
If I were WB, I'd be a bit more, upset about it. I wouldn't just be like, oh, this is terrible. I'd be like, you're fired, Rocksteady. You're out the door. Nobody needs you anymore. Like, you failed.
How does it have a 9 out of 10 rating on Steam? I'm curious about that.
We gotta see the reviews, man. What are these boys saying?
What are the people saying? They gotta be like Rocksteady fanboys, which I'm a Rocksteady fan.
Yeah, I love Rocksteady, but like and I'm sad they're doing horrible, but like, dude, it's mature. You gotta set the freaking birth date. Dude, watch out. It's traumatizing. I'm traumatized by Suicide Squad.
Me too.
Oh, the old trailer.
Why is nobody playing it? Why is nobody... Oh, refunded.
I don't understand.
While being so bad, the player base is dead at the same time.
This is horrible for a new release.
Think they botted the reviews?
They might have.
Trash, barely works. This feels sad and soulless. Like, you got this for free.
Yeah, he doesn't even like... I mean, I would still play it if I had it for free.
Horrible on PC.
Fun to play, but at a price not worth it. Say wait for a price drop. Yeah, that has to be review botting. Because think about it. What other... If it's so different from like... No, this is review botting. This is review botting.
Expecting it to be anything like Arkham games, you'll be let down.
Yep, so... not.
Why would we not expect it to be like Arkham games?
Yeah, especially if Rocksteady's making it.
9 years of waiting to see what they could do after Arkham Trilogy, and this is the best they could come up with. Please let this failure be a lesson.
Instead of
go back to their roots for their next game.
Yes.
Just abort this and move on.
Yes, please.
Audit to see if it really that bad. It that bad.
It that bad, yo.
Gameplay is fun. Story is stupid. Great core game. I killed Batman.
Yeah, basically they have you kill Batman, and people were so freaking like they were livid that you kill Arkham Batman. And keep in mind, this was to celebrate not celebrate, but it was to mourn the death of the
Wait,
voice.
in the story, you kill
Yeah,
Gotham
you kill Arkham Batman. Yeah.
What?
So this is what I was gonna say. This was meant to be a mourning of the voice actor dying, Kevin Conroy, and they had him get killed.
Oh, look.
There's Shano banning / deleting negative reviews.
Pounds.
Oh.
See, who's deleting negative reviews?
I want my $100.
I want my $100 back.
Yeah, no. So Steam is trying to do damage control.
So many negative.
That's interesting. So if you see a positively reviewed game, now you got to be like,
The most disappointing game I've played in the past couple years. Gameplay got repetitive in only a few hours. The boss fights were an absolute joke.
People have no idea what they're...
Reject Suicide Squad. Embrace Batman Arkham.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's what I was hoping with the Marvel games, with the Avengers. This is the same thing, where I was like, all the Marvel games are actually really good.
How bad that Avengers game that we
dude,
both
Hulk's
bought
like,
was, though?
We're Hulk and we're punching guys, and guess what? It's not doing any damage. It's like, these are small troops with guns going, little guys, and Hulk can't pick them up and throw them. They don't die. You just punch them repeatedly, like, whoosh. Hulk's huge green fists are going, bam, bam, and they don't even, like, affect the person. Throwing your money into a bonfire is a better decision than buying this game. Oh, I don't believe, dude. He's right. Facts. I'm not even gonna try it. Either you die as Rocksteady.
I had overwhelmingly low expectations going in, and I was still somehow disappointed. And he's never played Arkham games, so he's not even biased. Never played any Arkham games.
But this was honestly broken on concept and had no shot at being good. That's look at what this guy says down here. He pulls like a Batman. Oh my. This man, like, look at what this guy says. Either you die as Rocksteady or live long enough to see yourself become rock bottom. That's like
good.
That's
good.
That's his, like, rock bottom. What is this, SpongeBob or something? What? This was a perfect way to end the this is a perfect way to like finalize the episode. Just seeing these disappointed,
stupefied.
I'm finding it hard to assemble my thoughts and express how truly sad and disappointed I am with Rocksteady.
Dude, I am amazed this was Rocksteady. I had no idea.
This guy said Rocksteady.
I would have known it was Rocksteady. I would have been like stoked about it. Which I'm glad I wasn't.
Yeah, dude, I didn't tell you because I was like, this looks like it's gonna be so bad.
Or no, do not play.
You do indeed
kill the Justice League.
Except for Wonder Woman, though. Only Wonder Woman survives. That's it. Everybody else dies.
I don't recommend this game at the moment. It took 11 hours to finish the story. There's supposedly 12 more stories coming. No doubt paid DLC. 11 hours of gameplay for $70.
That's pretty bad.
And it's not. People get so pissed off about online-only games.
Well, I guess for Rocksteady, it's like, I don't know, their forte is making single-player games.
But I feel like everyone gets mad about it. Diablo 4 was live service. They were pissed.
Stupid. That's a little stupid. But there have been... I think that's stupid. If you're mad about Diablo, that's... What do you, like...
I mean, like, people get so upset in general about it.
Yeah,
everything.
That's interesting.
Always like, live service only sucks. It's like, how?
It's like... that's not really the problem. The problem is the game's actually just bad. Like, this game is just bad. It's not because of the live service. Like, I also, after playing Fortnite, you guys kind of made me think, you know what, if a live service game is actually good, it can be good. You know, it can be good if it's good. Like, it's the game itself. The developers kill the game. It's not the live service fact that makes it bad.
Shocking. Good game at 90% off.
See, that was just a burn. That was a nice burn. That was pretty funny. Bought to see if it really that bad. Yeah, I remember that guy. It really that bad. It really that bad.
I can't believe Rocksteady made this, dude.
It's horrible. Literally horrible. Like, nobody likes
this dude I work with said that it was like it gets why people will think it's bad.
Of how they show Batman bloody. That's their thumbnail.
I never even seen any of the gameplay.
I saw a little, I saw a little bit of it. It was so bad.
Outside the Science Center's wall, find something big that once was small.
Look at this.
2010.
It does look like a game from 2010. What's this? What is this?
Is starting to grow.
It's a nice time of the year. Just at the start of invasion season.
What the?
It's for Harley.
What the frick was with the Harley? Just the time of the season. That was so bad.
Oh, it really is a shooter. Kind of. What? This looks terrible. Show us someone besides the shark guy, or person that people care about the least?
Dude, you like Killer Shark, dude?
Toyman says you're not at the mission site.
Waiting for players.
Bring around, have residual speed.
He loves sharks, dude. What is happening?
What in the...
Like it's not even finalized animation. He's going.
I'm just curious on like other characters, like what they look like.
Drone.
Who is this? Is this Harley?
Yeah.
That outfit. Oh, what? This looks terrible.
Her voice is so bad. Deadshot. Come on, Deadshot. Who's directing this? Oh,
dude, why does everything look so bad? This way. Did you hear that?
Whoops.
What?
Not this way.
Oh! What were they thinking?
Whoops! Not this way.
Oops! Not this way.
You know what's funny? That's Timmy Turner's voice. That's Tara Strong.
Really?
Yeah.
He's this way, guys.
I think she would do better than this.
I know.
Oh, this looks so bad. Why does she have a hook shot?
What? This way.
That's all for you.
Listen to that.
Hey, nice rooftop, Boomer. Where's Flash?
Nice rooftop Boomer.
Oi, Harley! Flash is this way.
Boomerang. Oi, Harley. Flash is this way.
Need to pop him.
Flash.
This commentary makes me want to.
Shoot,
Gameplay gives me like makes me sick.
I hostage record to shit. A drag, actually. Doesn't cover
Okay.
for this, blah blah. I have a family and A drag, actually. Oh, but please, I have a family, and GCPD health insurance doesn't cover this. Blah, blah.
What the?
This is
the worst banter
like
ever.
a joke.
This is the worst banter ever. Even Batman's funnier than this. Remember in like Arkham Asylum, he's like, "Oh, Harley Quinn tried to drop an elevator on me, but it didn't slow me down." It's like it was funnier than this, and that's just a simple little.
Oh, why is she doing so bad?
Wow. I am
Intense. Intense. I didn't. What happened? Like the direction is horrible. What are they telling her to do? Sound. Just hearing her say.
Cut out the line.
Hey, Sharky.
Hey.
Sharky.
You ever wear a necklace? Look at the graphics. This is so bad.
So where's the Flash at, genius?
All right, first cutscene.
You've wasted our time.
Oh, ye of little faith. The thing about Flash is, he's a coward. Guy like him sees a guy like me
He's a coward.
He starts quaking in his boots. Quaking too fast to see.
How does he? Yeah, he finds Flash.
Atomic vibration crap doesn't fool me, mate.
Wait a second. I'm so confused. Why is Suicide Squad killing the Justice League?
Because the Justice League got mind controlled by Brainiac. So, and also Amanda Waller's
A Brainiac?
Well, she's like, I'm just gonna kill him. Amanda Waller's like, oh, we're not gonna try to help him. We're just gonna kill him.
Kind of Brainiac.
Green Lantern really gave you the bash, didn't he?
Gave you the
I
mash,
owe him a
didn't he?
tinny, even if he is a cop.
You can buy
Harley
Lantern
Quinn.
a beer after I put him in the ground.
I'd say
Boy, this is
Deadshot.
about me and Flash.
Boy.
Get your own moment, why don't you?
Seems
Deadshot
to me
is the
like
only.
this is about
Guys,
Deadshot's voice is the best voice in the
Guys.
game. She's so bad.
Oh, he looks challenged.
Waller, the
God.
area's hot. Flash wants to stay behind.
Like his
Hold him
voice
off.
is okay.
you know, time to fight. I'm starting to not like her.
I'm starting to not like her.
Oh, morning, Harley. Time to fight some aliens and save the Flash's shiny red butt.
Red dot.
Oh my!
What the frick? What is with this voice
Time
direction?
to fight some aliens and save the Flash's shiny red butt.
Tiny red dot.
She does sound challenged.
Hell you say, Harley!
Oh.
New intel. Melee
Hell, you say Harley.
Got it?
Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Oh.
First thing I could. This gameplay is giving me a headache. It's so bad.
Honestly, John, I'll never insult Marvel Nemesis again. I will never insult it again.
This is atrocious. This
This is worse than the Avengers game.
The boss fight.
The thing I honestly love the most about the 8 Sleep is it's very much a scenario of once you set it up and get
TV
No one. Sidekick. Flash, I'm calling you out. Only one of us pulls off the red tights look, and it ain't you, Speedy.
Speedy! Who animated this? Is this like a student film?
He's like,
she's like she's like having a seizure.
Speedy!
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 Why is she so animated? Why is she
I
like?
can't.
Oh, dude, that was probably the best part of. I'm already like the best part of the entire show here because it was so bad. That was like I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. You know, I was like, okay, it's bad. Harley is unbearable.
I'm not over exaggerating.
Sway
The gameplay looks atrocious.
It does look terrible. It's like these weird things.
Like,
are
imagine anyone actually thinking that that's good. Or played anything good.
The enemies just do this.
I'm not even talking about on the level of.
The enemies just whoosh, like they lightning bolt and then materialize. It's the stupidest.
I'm not even talking about from the standpoint of like seeing. I can't believe Rocksteady did that. I'm not even talking about from the standpoint of like playing Arkham games, just in general.
Oh, that
looked horrendous. It looked bad. Gameplay looks terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
Voice acting was terrible. Oi, mate!
Sweetie!
It's so bad.
She's like moving around.
She's like...
She's insane!
Sweetie!
What the frick is happening? What? Keep in mind, Arkham Asylum was made in 2009. It still looks better than that game.
True.
And it looks amazing. How is it timeless compared to this? This is like freaking crack addict. A crack addict is playing.
That was so
Swayze. Like what is happening? Why is there a camera? Why is there a camera? That's like me going up to you and going like zooming way in on your face. Like it's a.
I'm like, the Flash, shiny red pot.
Who wrote this?
How you say hi, mate? Like, talking about herself like afterwards.
What is?
So bad.
What is happening? Honestly, I made fun of the movie. That we talked about the 2016 movie. The first Suicide Squad. That was at least.
I watched it.
I actually saw it with.
Wait, no, I did. I did watch it.
You saw it with me and Matt. That was.
I didn't watch the next one.
That was way better than this.
Oh, dude. In every capacity.
And it wasn't even like it wasn't amazing, but it was at least.
I didn't mind that movie.
It wasn't
bad.
Bad.
Great, but
other than Jared Leto.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
And that's still better than Sway and go.
I didn't hear it. Your mic was cutting out.
Oh, my mic was cutting out. He's like,
Let's try it again. You're still...
It's cutting out. That was better than this.
This bird is baked.
That's better than that. Those lines are better than this game.
True.
How is Jared Leto better than this? This is horrible. These are Arkham actors, by the way. You heard Riddler for 2 seconds. He sounded okay. Like, I actually heard him. Yeah, but, like, what happened to everybody else? Why is Harley so, like, zany and...
I don't know, dude.
And I like Harley being zany, but she's, like, on speed. She's on speed going...
I know.
Like,
it doesn't match her voice, because her voice is, like, still chill.
Yeah, and then and annoying as frick whenever she's in regular gameplay. What is she saying?
I don't know.
We had to rewind it like 5 times. Yeah, no,
I know. We should do a different, like, an episode where we like watch a bunch of that.
No, we
That'd
should.
be, like, incredible.
And you can see the death of Batman. You'll love it, dude. I'm sure you'll love it. We'll end it off with the death of our Dark Knight.
All right.
Rest in peace, Arkham.
Rocksteady. What the? You're on drugs. You're on drugs.
You failed.
Surrounded me with my aunt right now.
Yeah. And that's an off
See you guys next week. God bless.
God bless.
Yeah.
Peace out.